Hello, everyone, and welcome to Disney Magic Podcast, a fun new Disney podcast hosted by a British guy. I'm your host, Zach Campbell, and you can join me every other week for magical stories, amazing guests, intriguing history, and overall a trip down Main Street, USA. From Disney parks to a galaxy far, far away, we'll be talking all things Disney and just how magical it is. Get ready for this episode because it's starting in 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, sup guys, editing Zach here, currently editing the podcast, and just wanted to let you know that there is a background noise of one of the cats being very vocal in this episode. I've cut out as much as I possibly can, but it's still very much in there. It doesn't deter from the actual experience, it just adds to it. So just be aware that there is a kitty cat in the video, meowing in the background. She was just very, very vocal today. She just wanted to be heard. So without further ado, enjoy the podcast. And yeah, enjoy. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Disney Magic Podcast. I am your host, Zach Campbell, and welcome to a brand new episode. Welcome to episode 20. We've made it. 20 episodes of the podcast, and oh boy, that's super exciting. Super exciting. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I've got some great guests. I've got Signs of Amusement here. I've got Jason and Steve. So let's get them on, and let's get this going. Let's get it going. Hello, Jason, Steve, how is it going? Welcome to the podcast. Welcome back.
Hey,
Well,
Zach.
thanks for having us on your
Thanks for having us.
20.
Big
Yeah,
old,
your 20th.
the 2-0, we've made it, boys.
Yeah.
The 2-0. I realised halfway through this side wasn't, like, muted, so I was like, it's fine. I was like, yeah, all good. But yeah, 20 episodes, that's crazy, man. That's
Yeah.
You are
Mad.
surpassing our podcast count now.
No, yeah, how many are you guys on now?
I think, well, actually, Sunday will be 19 episodes.
19. Nice. Yeah, it's going strong. And that's with having a couple of weeks off, like, over Christmas and stuff, so if I didn't have that, then I'd be over 20, but, you know, Christmas is important, so we need that doing. But yeah, so, well,
I want my presents.
absolutely. Santa needs to come and visit me, man. Like, but oh man, it's crazy. Like how long January lasted. Like I was like, and now we're in like the middle of February. I'm like, I just don't know how it's physically possible. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. It'll be March before you know it.
I know, and then that's crazy how fast it goes, man. It's crazy. But yeah, welcome back. Hope you're doing both. Hope you're both doing super duper. I've got a little bit of a different setup. I'm still relaxed. I'm still on the sofa, but like, you know, just I'm not as like laid back. Not as laid back. I'm not drunk yet. So maybe as the podcast goes on.
You don't have your PJs on?
No, not tonight. That's only when I'm like guest starring. When I'm hosting, I've got to look professional.
Okay.
Yeah, so this week we're going to be talking about the sequels, things that were announced. There's some new trailers that have come out that I want to take a little dive into, react to with you guys, and I think just some Disney Park news as well. Just some big things that were announced for my end over at Disney World and Disneyland as well. So I'm hoping that you guys will indulge me and have a good time here. So let's get into it. First thing I want to talk about though is the sequels. Like, how are you guys feeling about the sequels that were announced? Are you guys aware of the ones that were announced? Or
Well, I mean, I know some of them.
yeah,
So there's like Frozen 3 and 4.
yeah,
Inside Out 2. There's Mufasa Lion King sequel
yeah.
or prequel, I guess. I don't know if it's prequel. I haven't seen the trailer for that. Zootopia 2.
Yeah.
I think
for some reason
that's
they're
the one
still
that
showing
I'm
Snow White,
looking
so I
at
don't know
for
if
the
that's
most.
officially canceled or not. But
What's that? I didn't hear. Sorry.
I said they're
was
still
watching.
showing Snow White coming up too.
Yeah, I've heard different things about that. I've heard that it's been cancelled. I've heard that they're going
I heard
ahead
they
with
canceled, like,
it.
2 or 3 times.
Either
Yeah.
way, I'm not gonna watch it. So.
No.
Yeah, no. Like,
And then there's another Captain America coming out,
Mhm.
and of course that'll have
The
new Cap.
Falcon.
yeah,
Falcon, yeah.
yeah.
There's probably, I'm sure there's some other ones I'm missing, but
Yeah, it's crazy how many they bring in. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good thing or just like a bad thing. Like, I understand they want to make money from it and profit from because the movies themselves have been lacking for a few years, I think now. And
I think that's probably why they're doing it,
yeah,
because
They
these
need to
these movies were a sure thing in the past. So if we do a sequel, maybe
but how far is too far? Like Frozen 3 and 4, the only ones I can see doing well realistically is probably Moana, because Moana did well, and Frozen 3. Frozen 4, I don't even know what they're going to do with that. Zootopia 2, I didn't think Zootopia was that big of a movie in the box office to warrant a sequel, or was it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was or not, but it's gaining more popularity.
It was
Obviously,
super
obviously,
popular, and then
yeah.
plus when they made, didn't they make the land?
They made the land in
Yeah,
Shanghai,
yeah.
yeah. So,
Somewhere, so.
and don't get me.
And every time we go into California Adventure,
Mm.
they're there.
Yeah.
The fox and the rabbit.
Nick,
I forgot their names.
Nick and
Sorry.
Judah, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
They're always there. Always.
I mean, I suppose that's a good thing.
At least those are only sequels,
Yeah,
or I guess, Zootopia and when I say sequel, I mean a second one,
yeah,
and Inside Out.
yeah.
3 and 4 for Frozen, you're just
I don't
banking
know.
on.
You're just banking on it, to
we just
be
talked
good.
about-
Yeah,
We just talked about Frozen 1 or what.
Yeah.
I've never even seen him.
yeah,
He
yeah,
hasn't seen it.
We were just talking about.
yeah.
So when all these movies came out, we were, all the diversity stuff and all that.
Yeah,
We were talking about how they were just changing things left and right just because they could,
yeah,
not necessarily because they should.
yeah.
Like there was no reason for it.
No,
And they were just taking their old stories and doing whatever they want.
yeah,
And that doesn't work.
no.
We're talking why Frozen actually worked is because it was an original, well, not an original, but it was a original take on an actual fairy tale.
Yeah,
The Snow Queen or whatever.
by Hans Christian Andersen, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they made it their own thing, and they didn't call it the Snow Queen. They called it Frozen. It was completely different.
Yeah.
In a way.
Mm-hmm.
That works.
Yeah,
You can't just take
It's like Little Mermaid. How
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Thank you, that's creative. And you're making it the Little Mermaid, but you're changing it.
yeah,
You're changing the character, even if it's race or gender or whatever, but you're changing it.
yeah,
When you could have just made her a sister, she has like 13 sisters or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
and you could have called it like a sequel or her own story,
yeah,
and then you could open it up to where they come and combine into their own movie and have a trilogy.
They could have made so much more money that way.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Merchandising and
100%.
If you're going to change something, then make it different or give it its own story.
Yeah.
You don't have to redo the original.
yeah. And I think this
It would have made more sense.
Yeah, and I think this is why the original fairy tale stories work from Disney. Snow White, Tangled. It's all from public domain. It's all from public IP. And they've taken them and they've made their own twist, their own story. They've Disneyfied it because most of them are grim tales and they're not child friendly. Like Cinderella is probably one of the worst ones that is not child friendly in any way. But Disney found a way to do it, and now Cinderella is probably one of the most iconic Disney princesses you can find. And when you think of Cinderella, you don't think of the story, you think of Disney. You think of Frozen, you think of Disney. The children aren't going to know the Snow Queen story, they're not going to know the Ice Queen story. They're not going to know the original Snow White story from Grimm Tales. They're going to know the Disney version. And I think because they made it so original, they made it their own kind of thing, it works. Like you say, if they're going to take something and remake it, fair enough, retell it in a way that you want to do it, but do it in a way where it can continue the story in that universe rather than creating a new, or rather than just retelling that same universe.
Exactly. Yep.
Like I don't know.
Yeah. It's like the whole Snow White thing too. Is why are you even touching that?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Like why even change
like
something like that?
That's the story. If that didn't make it, we none of us would be here. None of us would be friends.
Oh yeah,
we wouldn't have, Disneyland or Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have any of that because Snow White was the one that started the whole thing.
Exactly.
So.
And it's kind of like that. I feel like Snow White itself is kind of like on sacred ground. It shouldn't be mess about with. Sure, it's stuck in its own kind of, it's stuck in its time, and fair enough. That's fine, but like don't touch that, because like without that, like you're saying, Steve, we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't have Disney as at all today. We'd have the couple of shorts, and Disney would probably cease to exist. And DreamWorks could be the big. In fact, none of it would even. I don't think even animation itself would take off without.
That's the breakthrough.
Yeah,
making a full-length movie.
Yeah, like exactly. Like
animated,
I don't think. I mean, animation itself wouldn't be a thing, which is crazy to think about, to be fair. But like, leave Snow White alone. Just tell us it's cancelled. Yeah. Leave it be. Make an original idea, man. Remake not like the last original idea they made was Wish, and that I've still not seen it, and I've heard so many like negative things. Like it's like the most mid Disney movie you can think of. Like if you think of like a generic movie, that's Wish, and I'm like, like fair, but like, have any of you guys seen it? Or
I haven't.
No, I haven't seen it.
My mom took my nephew to see it, and they both liked it. But
I know Louis saw it, I believe.
Yeah, I think he
said our friend Louis. Yeah,
I've heard good and bad.
Yeah.
Again, and I've said this on our channel too, is if you're gonna complain and talk bad about a movie, you should at least see it.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah. Which is why I've not formed my own opinion. This is why,
right. And that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people will just jump on a bandwagon. They sucks because I heard somebody say something.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Like I heard so many bad things about the live action like Aladdin, and hands down, I was skeptical to watch it because like Will Smith was playing the genie. I was like, is it going to be as good as the animation? It's not as good as the animation, I will say that, but like
it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad. It was it was probably like 7 out of 10, probably like 7.5 for me personally. I quite enjoyed it, and Will Smith took the genie to his own kind of like his own style. He wasn't trying to imitate Robin. He wasn't trying to step on him. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't.
The problem I have is I already have that in my head.
Yeah,
as it's standard. Which is not being fair to the live action, but I had no interest in seeing the live action because I loved the animation one so much.
Yeah,
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's it. I can see that. Like
that's a problem with everything that we've seen.
Yeah,
like that is why Snow White is like sacred for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's what we grew up on. But kids these days probably haven't even watched it or the whole thing.
Yeah.
So them remaking Snow White for the newer kids, in a sense, makes sense.
Yeah. But why not? But why not bring it out of the Disney vault like they used to? Why not bring them out every few years?
Yep.
A new theatrical. Like I remember having, I think when I was young, I think it was Bambi, Dumbo. And I think Pinocchio were out when I was like really young. And we went to see all three of them.
That was like me too.
And then we went to see all three of them in the theater, in like the cinema, the theater. Yeah, because they released them out again out of the vault.
Yeah, because that's how I saw Snow White.
Yeah, and they've not done exactly, and they've not done that for years. Like, and fair enough, they're all on Disney Plus. But then who's? Yeah,
not all.
No, not all of them. But again, who's actively searching for what kid is going to turn around and say, "Oh, I want to watch Snow White"? Like, none of them know what Snow White is. They're going to want to watch Frozen. They're going to want to watch things that they know. But like, if they're out in the cinema and be like, "Oh, we're going to go to the cinema. We're going to go and see Snow White, or we're going to go and see Sleeping Beauty," like. You know, that'll bring a new audience to them, and it's like, why don't they do that?
Right, I was gonna say, even if it's on Disney Plus, having a theatrical release, certain times or on its anniversary, you're bound to get some kind of money for it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I'm not gonna see it.
Tron.
Yeah.
The original Tron.
Yeah.
Seriously, if they just before the third one came out, if they played the first two back to back in the theater, you're going to make money off of that.
Oh, 100%. And it's one of them where it's like, I think more or less they'll probably do that. But then I think they're also scared because Turning Red went into cinemas recently and sold the ones that released on Disney Plus through the pandemic. And they didn't perform well. And I don't know if that's going to scare Disney off trying to do that again.
I don't know what that is.
In the first place, those didn't perform well anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But, like, Tron was doing really well, and they're like, Tomorrowland movie didn't do well, so now Tron's, they like kind of...
Yeah.
That
makes no sense.
Yeah. That movie with George Clooney did shit, like... We're not going to give you Tron. Yeah,
I actually still want to watch that. I have never watched that.
So. It's pretty good, you know. It's
some wackiness.
It's a weird movie, isn't it? It's weird, but it's very good.
The whole vision of Tomorrowland, is what I was saying during the day. Should be like it's all the retro futuristic.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome looking.
Yeah, 100%.
The whole behind design aspect, you know.
Yeah, but it also gives the land a story. It gives the land a lore, and it solidifies that from like it's not just a land, that it actually has its own story, and I think Tomorrowland's the only land that actually has that. And like in terms of like rides and things like that, like the Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, I think they're the only ones that do have like a movie tied into them nowadays. In terms of like Pirate, beside Pirates, we don't count that because that's just its own thing. Like I love Pirates.
Even that's like now.
Even that's that's it. Yeah. But even they want to bring a new one out of that as well. They want to bring.
Well, you might as well remove Johnny from the ride now because he's not happy. So.
Yeah, well that's it. Yeah. Like I'm
waiting for the Small World movie.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff would be happy.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the whole purpose of their diversity?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man, but yeah, it's crazy. Like the sequels that they're bringing out, and it's crazy like what they're planning. And I don't know. More or less, I'm going to go and see them. I mean, the only one I'm not excited for really is Toy Story 5 because I think 4 just ruined the whole story that they were building up from from my age and my perspective of me growing up with Andy. Like when Andy was younger, I was younger, and then the second one, you know, he was a little bit older. I think I was like a couple years younger than Andy, and then as Andy was going to college, which is like 18, I think I was like 15, 16. So I was just finishing like high school over here and going to like college over here, which same kind of age, but not the same kind of like education. But like I grew up with Andy, and then Toy Story 4 got announced, and it was like Woody and Buzz are separating, and it's like, but why? I mean, just even before the trailer launch, I had before even when they announced it, I was like, I know what Toy Story 4 is going to be about. It's going to be about Woody finding Bo Peep, and he he wants that booty call, and it's like, I fucking called it. Like, I called it. Like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, I knew it. I just knew it, and it's sad that it was so predictable. It's sad that it was predictable. I think
here's my Toy Story 5. They also get thrown in the trash, and they get recycled, and they become new toys for a new kid.
They all go to Goodwill.
They usually get like melted down and turned into plastic again and made into new toys.
Or they'll be sold at
every Child's Play starts like that, right? They make a brand new.
They'll be sold at that auction in England over there. You know that. What is that called? The high-end auction where they bring in the toys and
they
what do you call it? Tell you how much it's worth. It's now worth $1 million.
Yeah. This Woody doll is $100 million. Who wants it? Yeah. You just get some like shriveled old lady like me. Oh no. Well, I'm not.
Antique Roadshow. There we go.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Bargain Hunters, but it's the same kind of thing. Yeah. But no. What was it? But like the only thing I can think of really for Toy Story 5, and Tim Allen has put his 2 cents in it, and he says he wants the story to be Andy as a man with like looking for his kids to find his toys for his kids, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of makes sense, but like. I don't know whether they go with that. I mean, that I feel like if it becomes full circle to Andy, I'd be happy. But like, I can't see them doing that because Disney don't listen, and they're just gonna do like, it's gonna be
what they want to do.
Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. It's gonna be fucking. Oh no, I don't know. I don't even know what they'll do, man. Like,
like Steve saying, like Andy sold his toys as he got older.
Yeah.
He was like, oh man, these things are worth money now.
Yeah.
That's me with my Star Wars.
Yeah.
Toys.
What the fuck?
What collection?
What the hell do you mean my Woody was limited edition from 1952? Fuck.
He's talking to his friends and he's growing up. He's like, I used to have Woody back in the day.
And Buzz.
And Buzz and oh man, and they were in mint condition as well. No coloring. Yeah. And now look at them.
Well, it says here you got Andy on the bottom of this boot.
Oh yeah, that drops the value down. And permanent Sharpie.
Yeah.
Dang.
Actually, was it the second or third one where the guys were repairing them?
Yeah.
And,
yeah, sewing them up and stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny. Full circle right there.
Yeah, full circle. I mean, I'd be happy with that, but like, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. There's been no official, like, apart from like that they're going to do it, there's been no official anything. I think the only one that has been official is the Moana 2 trailer, which I am gonna pull up, and I want to just want to see what, because I don't think I've watched it. So
I don't think I watched it either.
So it's gonna be a first for all of us.
But I did hear, though, if I'm saying this correctly, it's a different animation team that did it, and they weren't the ones that did the first one.
Oh, right, okay.
And the team who did the first one was like surprised that this other one was coming out. They're like,
"What the hell?
How come we didn't do that or whatever?"
Yeah. Why have we not been put on this?
So it's like almost Disney. Yeah, like they're using some outside source or.
Unless it's like what happened with Lion King
in their animation department. I don't know.
Yeah, unless it's like what happened with Lion King back in 90, whenever they were making it. It was the secondary production team who made it because they thought it wasn't going to be a success. So it wasn't actually like the main team of people watching it, doing it. So where are we? There we go. All right. There we go. We got it up. The Moana trailer. Let's have a look. See what we've got here. It looks pretty. Oh, it's not.
Moana. It's time.
I know it's just buffering really bad. Oh no, it's really bad buffering. Oh no.
Yeah.
Your journey across the ocean has just begun.
Oh, what the heck is that?
My destiny.
Oh, Grandma Tala.
That it can only be full of adventures.
Something dangerous has awakened. I did not see that coming. And we are the only ones who can stop it and avoid the end of the islands.
You and I can fight this together.
This is different and more powerful. And I can't let anything bad happen to you.
Okay. I mean, it looks good. It looks good. I mean, I'm impressed by what it looks like. Pardon?
Oh, you guys switched.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what was the monster, though? I didn't understand. Like it said, they're going to see the end of the islands. How is the sea creature?
Yeah. That was
it's a giant monster.
Yeah, maybe it's
just like the size of an island.
Maybe they'll find the other end of America.
Scooby-Doo things.
Yeah. What? Oh man.
I don't know. I mean, there wasn't enough to get a good read on it, you know.
No,
it looks decent, but
yeah, it looks decent, but like again, I don't know what the story is going to be about. It's one of them. Like I thought the story would have been told on the first one. Like they took back the heart of Te-Fiti. You know, they saved the island. They can now go and explore and everything. Like they're not stuck to the island. I think that like I don't know. Right. I don't know how they're going to do that. But like, isn't Moana also like the chief of the island now? So is she just abandoning everyone? Like, what's the deal with that as well? Like, you'll be all right, guys.
That was the first one. She's like, I don't want to be stuck here. I'm going to go.
Yeah. That's it. Like, someone, Pua, you're in charge. Actually, I hope we see more Pua, because Pua was, like, so much better than Hey Hey. Hey Hey was just there for, I don't even know, reasons.
Yeah, it's just a stupid chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Just a stupid chicken. But yeah, so... Well, so it looks pretty good. It looks nice. You can tell the animation's upped from the first one, which is always a good sign. But like, I don't know. I guess we'll find out November when it launches. Well, it'll be November for you guys. I don't know when it's coming out over here, because our release dates are always a couple of months behind over here for some reason, and I never understand that. Yeah, I never understand why. Like, I don't know if they changed some of the language to make it more like appealing to like.
Right, you speak English.
Yeah, but I don't know whether I don't know whether they changed some of the dialogue. I honestly don't know why it comes out a couple of months after. I don't know why. Like, I'm trying to think which one came out. Like was it yeah, I think the last one. No, I know what it was. It was Haunted Mansion, the new live action. Ours came out like the middle of August, and yours was out like the beginning of July. So that's like, I think it was like it was like 6 weeks difference. So I'm like, why?
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, it's very bizarre why they do that. I don't know why. But yeah,
it's on a boat.
Yeah, it's just taken. We've got to transfer it all. Not like it's digital or anything.
Yeah,
it's probably something to do with distributing rights or
maybe
whatever they play with
all the legalities and stuff.
Things to put them in theaters and whatnot.
See, I thought it was always something to do with the ratings, because our rating system is different to yours. Ours is the ESRB and yours is PEGI, I think, or the other way around. It's one way or the other, but I think it could be something to do with that. So I don't know, but it's, we got it, and yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed the Haunted Mansion. It's pretty good.
It was okay. I mean, just like anything else, it could have been better, but
yeah. But I was a fan of the Eddie Murphy one as well. So like, I'll die on that hill. I will die on that hill. I really enjoyed that movie.
I mean, they are very different movies.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, they're both good in their own ways. And Jared Leto actually did well in an acting role for once. It was impressive. He didn't fuck it up. Like, I was very
about Tron 3. We were wondering fuck that up.
Oh yeah, like I was very skeptical that it was in it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fucking shit.
Did you ever see? I don't think this is a Disney movie, but Lord of War.
No.
He does really good in that one.
Oh, does he? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, last Jared Leto movie, which was Morbius, and that was a fucking mistake. that was terrible. Yeah. Don't go out of the way. If it's on free, just watch it for the memes. It's so bad. It's so bad.
He has that band that he's in with his brother.
Is it 30 Seconds to Mars? Yeah. See, that's where I know Jared Leto from. Like, I grew up with 30 Seconds to Mars. And they were like one of my favourite bands growing up. And I was like, yeah, Jared Leto. Like, he's absolutely killed it. And then he got in the studio and was like, stick to music, mate. Just sing us a song. Like, my God.
Well, I went to see Linkin Park, and I think they were opening. And it kind of bugged me because every time he would start singing, he would cut out and they would just and nobody was singing along.
Yeah, so it was just an awkward silence.
You didn't like tell people what you're doing, but it's like he would just go stop and be like,
It
was like he's just trying to phone it in. It's like, what are you doing?
It's like, I've forgotten the song. You guys know it.
Yeah. He just kind of like, it's just like they kept doing it, and I was like, it's not even working. Stop it. It's just.
Dear. Yeah.
Like I was like 3 songs in and he's still doing it. I'm like,
oh no.
Just sing the song, dude.
Just do it. Just save us a hassle.
I'm here to watch the audience sing.
I say so Moana 2 looks pretty good. One Marvel movie I'm looking forward to, the Deadpool movie. Deadpool and Wolverine. So looking forward to it. I'm a big fan of Deadpool. He's like my favorite Marvel character. I've always been a fan of him. Just how quirky and stupid and just how ridiculous he is. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Have you guys seen the trailer for the new one?
Yeah.
No.
It's kind of the whole fourth wall breaking thing.
Absolutely, within
takes it to the cake there.
Yeah. One of the funniest lines.
It's using the TVA thing from Loki.
Yeah.
To bring him into our universe, and he even calls it the Disney universe.
Yeah.
Oh,
he does.
He's like, "Oh, I'm here to destroy the Marvel universe."
Yeah. I am Deadpool, Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I think I'll bring this up for Steve. I'll bring this up for Steve because Steve needs to watch this. This is. Are you a fan of Deadpool, Steve?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love Deadpool.
There we go.
I used to have a T-shirt that says just pictures of him eating a taco.
Nice.
If it's done the way the other ones were done, it's going to be awesome too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they said I think this is the only movie. I think bar Madam Web, but I don't even think they counted that one. And this is the only Marvel movie that they're going to be releasing this year. And it comes out, well, it's saying July 26th. So I don't know when it's going to come out over here, but I am very much looking forward to it. Very much so. And I will be watching it in the cinema the day of release because you just can't. You just have to. You just have to.
Yeah.
Oh no. Let me bring that up actually. That won't let me do that. There we go. Here we go. There we go. Dee. All right. Oh, sugar.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Ooh.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking?
Oh yeah.
Like my thing is I don't know who any of these people are apart from like the Deadpool universe. So I'm like,
they're from the TVA.
Oh, see, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
You appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait.
They should have had a
You are special.
What's that?
This
The
is
guy
your
should have
chance
been Wilson.
to be
Yeah.
a hero among
Yeah.
heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. I hope it's done right, man. I hope so.
Oh yeah.
God, I love this part. Wait! Don't just stand there. You give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Oh man, it just looks so good. It really does. And I just hope, like I say,
that looks cool.
Yeah, and I just hope it's done well because, like I said, this is the first Deadpool movie done by Disney. Because the last two were done by 20th Century Fox, and it was before. I think the second one came. Yeah, I think the second one was done just before they purchased the rights to Fox. So, like, I hope it's done well. I hope they don't deter from like what Deadpool's known for like the humor, the adult humor, the adult like banter, and all that kind of stuff. So,
the other one I'm looking forward to is Fantastic Four.
Yeah. So. That does look good. To be fair, that does look good. It looks like they've got a good cast for that. Pedro Pascal is playing Mr. Fantastic, isn't he not? And he's just.
You know what? So all I know is they were gonna try making one. I haven't heard anything else other than that. Like who's playing what and.
Yeah, I think they've announced the cast, but. I know Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I think Pedro Pascal is playing Mr. Fantastic.
Reed Richards.
Yeah, Reed Richards. Yeah. As for the other three, I know they announced them, but I can't think of their names off the top of my head. The only reason I know Pedro Pascal is because
Chris Evans is the Torch.
Oh yeah, just completely going back on whatever he's done for everything.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard about the other people, but I haven't really. Delve into it. So.
Yeah. But again,
hopefully they bring back Dr. Doom or.
Yeah.
I want to see another version with Silver Surfer and Galactus.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I really enjoyed the first two Fantastic Four movies, the ones with Jessica Alba in them, and that what's he called? I can't think what his name is, but the guy that played the Thing, he was like a massive deal back in the day as well. Yeah, him. Yeah. He was. That was I think that was a really good cast. I really enjoyed them too. I've not watched the other one.
A lot like the comic, where Johnny and the Thing always butt heads all the time.
Yeah. Which was
it was a lot like the comic book.
Which is what you want. To be fair, if that's your core material, you want it to be. You want it to be like the comics. You want it to be as close to the source material as possible, because that's what's going to bring people in, I think. So it just makes sense to do it that way. It makes sense to do it that way. But yeah, so some of the new movies look good. I'm looking forward to Deadpool. Moana 2 looked pretty good. Like, I'm looking forward to that in a sense.
Which one? I didn't.
Moana 2. Moana. The new Moana.
Yeah,
the new Moana. Yeah. I mean, the rest of the sequels, I guess we can see when they come. Like, I'm not jumping out of my way to see any of, like, all of them, but, like, if they look good enough, I'll take the trip to go out and see them. But, like, it is. But
Inside Out doesn't look
See, the only one that's for me would be Deadpool.
Yeah.
And then from the animated stuff, maybe Zootopia, because I like number 1.
Yeah, Zootopia was good, to be fair. I do like Zootopia.
But like the others, I don't have any real interest in seeing it, so I can't be a good person to.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Moana 1. I'll take a look at it.
I haven't even seen number 1.
It's pretty good, mate. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, to be fair. It's a good original story of like Polynesian like history of like what Maui, because Maui is named after one of the islands in Polynesia. So he is a demigod within their culture and things like that. He's he's the one in his song. He's the one that does like lift the lands from the sea and pull the sun and create coconut trees and things like that. That's what he does in Polynesian history. So it's kind of like good to see them take a thing from that. But yeah, Zootopia was a good one. Yeah, to tell the story. But Zootopia, I was a fan of it, to be fair. I really enjoyed the first story. I don't know what they're going to do with the second one, because I felt like the first one had everything in it. Like the bad guy became the good guy, the unexpected villain, like Assistant Mayor Merriweather, like Chief Toga was just fantastic.
Yeah. We're talking about this too, so. Usually, the first movie is like almost half of the movie is building up the characters, the storyline, where they're going and whatever.
Yeah,
sequels don't have to do that, and you're just kind of making up stuff to fill in gaps and never come out right.
That's it.
And I'm hoping that this, doesn't fall on that way. Like
that's it. Like Zootopia. Yeah, like Zootopia 2 ended with Nick and Judy being like partner cops and getting together. Like the only thing I can think of is if they're just going to focus on like the family aspect of it, and it's like I don't want to see that. Like I know that's implied. Like they're obviously together.
It's going to be all about the DMV.
Yeah, I mean that'll be. Give me a movie about Flash, man. He was hands down like the best character, especially at the end in his fucking sports car. That was like the best thing ever. I love that, man. That was so good. Oh man.
Like maybe Flash is like the bad guy in this one, and like they could never catch him, but it's like really
I'd pay to see that. Absolutely, that sounds.
Like he's walking out,
It's never catch him. Yeah, it's gotta be Flash. No, it can't be. He's too damn slow.
Yeah,
just all these red herrings and everything. It all points to him, and it's like it just doesn't make any sense. Alrighty, so let's hop into the parks. Let's hop into some of the Disney news that we have dotting around. Let me have a look. Will it let me move? No, I gotta go back onto this. This is such a weird process. Right, it's gonna be a bit haywire for a sec. Hello, everyone. We're on here. Oh, there's my notes. So we're gonna go backwards. We're gonna go backwards. We're gonna start. Oh no! What the hell have I done? That's not what I wanted to do. This is so confusing. Go. What? Oh my God!
Time out. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Okay. Oh, it can. I can.
WC.
There you go. All right. I can just get rid of it. There we go. Why couldn't I just do that to begin with? Oh my gosh. So Steve has gone to the bathroom. We'll cut this out. It's all good. Yeah, it's fine. Oh no, I'm not bringing that up actually. Okay, yes. It's just I don't want to see myself like 4 times.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So
should we just wait for him?
Yeah, we'll wait for him. It's all good. Make sure that.
Sorry, I was hoping that I wouldn't cough as much.
Oh no, don't worry, man. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I've just started editing a video, and it's like I think it was like the date, like 2 or 3 days before I started getting ill. I'm just like coughing and sneezing. I'm like, I don't this isn't nice.
It's why I love Restream, because I can download individual audio files.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I will cut out any kind of noise pollution, you know.
Yeah, that's handy. To be fair, I can do that in DaVinci. I think there's a way where I can kind of like cut out the noise, like background noise. So that's quite handy. To be fair,
you can kind of do that too, but I can completely,
yeah,
you know, edit whatever I needed to. So.
Oh, perfect. That sounds good.
Okay, sorry.
That. No, don't worry. It's all good. Don't you worry about that. I'm just checking my new video. That's not too bad. So doing all right. Speaking of my new video, not this video I just put out, but the video before did not do well. Actually, and all of a sudden I checked my analytics the other day, and I was like, "This video is popping off." It was like 150 views. I was like, "Where the hell has this come from?" I was like, "What the heck?"
Which one? The one with your
the Frontierland one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like it did really like poor for the first like couple of days, and I literally checked it the other day. I was like,
it's weird how it does that.
I know it pops.
Like my shorts.
Yeah,
the shorts do the same thing. I get like 2 views, and then all of a sudden I have like 2,000 views.
Yeah, it's just weird. I know what happens, man. Like, where does this go in the YouTube universe to get all of these views?
It gets lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so. We're on WDW News today. Shout out to them because these guys are on it, man. And we're gonna look at some Disney World news and some Disneyland news as well. If you guys do have any, then feel free to share as well. I think I've only got like 1 or 2 pieces of Disneyland news, but it's fairly big enough to get it on here. So. We've got the Flower and Garden Festival. The topiaries are starting to be installed, which I'm very looking forward to.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so the new Epcot festival after Festival of the Arts. The next one is Flower and Garden, which goes through like springtime. So obviously they've all been installed. You got a nice goofy one there. I like that. That's a cool one.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff is not here to.
I know. I'm so sad. Yeah. That was low. I love. They've got Captain Hook and Peter Pan and TikTok Croc as well. Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah.
That's very cool. I like them.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden in the back there.
Yeah. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, they're so pretty.
Yeah, look at that. That's awesome.
Yeah, they do so well with these, man. Like, they really do. Like, these must be so cool to see in person.
So they're already like pre-made, and then they just stick them in there, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. They do it in like their own like.
They have a shop.
Yeah,
they do.
Like a green room in the back where they actually grow them.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool how they do it.
At our small world, or I say our, at the Disneyland Small World, they do all of this kind of shaping.
Yeah.
I think they have the same kind of thing. You know, they will remove one and redo it if they have to.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
I think that I can't remember where I watched it actually, but they have it's built on like a frame, so it's like a wire mesh. It's like a wire frame underneath, and they just like place them in. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
It's very cool. It's very cool. They've got Winnie the Pooh and Rabbit, which is pretty cool. Piglet, Tig, and Eeyore.
Oh,
look at that. Love
that's
that.
Funny. Like grass.
I wonder if the tail's detachable, like just a piece.
It's got a little pin in it.
Yeah. Mickey and Elephant. Am I missing something?
It looks like it's still growing.
Yeah, that one's not really looking that great.
There's no colors to that one either.
No, that one's a bit. Why is it just
is this Dumbo? Like, is this just an elephant?
Like, I don't know. Like, it didn't say it was Dumbo. Like, it just said it was an elephant, and I'm trying to figure out the resemblance.
Why?
Yeah, like why does
Mickey is in? What does it say? Mickey is in one, and then elephant.
Mickey's in one flower bed, and the elephant is in the other.
I don't know why you just put an elephant.
Okay.
It's in the UK pavilion. We don't have elephants in the UK unless it's in a zoo. So I don't understand. Disney. What's going on?
Yeah.
Please,
what does that mean?
Please explain.
There's a car alarm going on.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I hear it.
I can hear that. Who's trying to rob who, man? Anna and Elsa just look very cool. Look at that.
Wow, that's neat.
Yeah, they're very cool. Wow.
This almost reminds me of the stuff that you see on the Rose Parade.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Those are all glued on.
Yeah. And it looks better than the animatronics at Frozen Ever After, so that's good.
She looks like Shrek a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Shrek and Fiona. Fiona. And Snowflake Topiaries, they're I don't know how I feel about them. It's just
it's like
just a ball.
Yeah, a ball with snowflake.
Yeah.
You should have made them like some kind of sunflower with.
Yeah.
Maybe they lit up or something.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, wait a minute. It's meant to be like for Anna and Elsa.
Oh.
And so Elsa had created them, but
it's still like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It should be more white or something, like a snowball or something.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. And yeah, so the Flower and Garden Festival, February 28th through May 27th. So it's like, it's not long, but it's longer than Festival of the Arts. A full month shorter than it was in recent years. And there is talks of having a new festival, like a summer festival. Because Food and Wine is like the longest festival. And they're trying to see if Food and Wine make that shorter and then put in a new summer festival, which I kind of hope they do, which would be kind of fun if that is in talks, but we don't know. Yeah, it's just all speculation.
There's already 3 different ones, isn't there?
There's Festival of the Arts, there's Flower and Garden, and there's Food and Wine. But Food and Wine there's 4. There's Festival of the Holidays as well, which is like the Christmas one. But Food and Wine literally lasts from like May up until like November. So like May until like the Christmas festival.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a long time. So they want to try and cut that down, I think.
Yeah, because at California Adventure, the wine festival, it's only like in the spring.
Yeah.
And for a few weeks. And that's it.
That's it. And yeah. So
it's really cool. That's my only reason why I would go there.
Yeah. Get all that food. Get the food. I mean, Epcot is like the hub for food and drink. It really is. But I don't know what they're going to do. I hope they bring something new. I mean, I think it'll be too late for D23 for an announcement for that, but because D23 is the 11th through the 13th, I believe, this year. So
set in August.
Yeah. So I think it'd be a little bit too late, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get something. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Either or, I'll be happy to experience Food and Wine because by the time when I went over there, we came back just before it started, so we missed it completely. And I'd love to experience a food festival over there. So, but yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can save money and join you over there. So
absolutely.
Our friend Alpha Traveler 1, Kenny, he did he was showing some bits and pieces of the art festival. And how they had all the paintings and just all the art they were selling and stuff. And it was really cool to see some of that.
It's like the artwork's gorgeous. I think my favorite thing is some of the chalk art that they do. Like they actually like do it on the sidewalk, and it's just so cool to see.
My cousin does that. She's like really, really good.
Nice. I love that. I love all that kind of stuff. They have a lot of Star Wars prints there too, so you'd love it, Steve. There's a lot of like Star Wars stuff.
Behind me, my new wall. And
I do. I like it, man. It's very cool. I've noticed it in some of the recent videos. It's very cool. I love that. Hopping over to Disneyland, we've got obviously your Haunted Mansion's down. Like that's I could not imagine having Haunted Mansion down for a full year. In fact, it's going to be longer It's going to be longer for the original, for like the normal Haunted Mansion because by the time this reopens, it's going to be
just enough time for the
overlay. The overlay again. So,
right.
So to keep you all entertained, they've put up to original Haunted Mansion concept art displayed on the construction walls. So, which I think is pretty really cool. And some of this,
all that stuff used to be in the other area, where Abraham Lincoln is.
Oh, really? Yeah.
In there, a lot of the artwork and stuff from Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. So I think.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's absolutely fine. I'm more than I don't know Disneyland too well, so it's kind of like I love learning more about Disneyland. To be fair, but yeah, it looks like there's some cool ideas there. I love looking at concept art and looking at. And I would obviously it went through loads of iterations, didn't it? From being across the street from the Burbank Studios on Mickey Avenue on Mickey Park to actually being to what it is today, and it's just very cool to see. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That, I always think when they built the exterior, it sat there for 9 years before anybody did it.
Yeah.
Today, you see this traction that is just kind of sitting there, and then
because they didn't know what to do, and then they had the World's Fair going on and all that stuff.
Yeah. It's just crazy to see. Everyone thought it was actually haunted. I just love that. What is this? It's very cool.
Yeah, that new queue that they're building is going to be so neat.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you're getting a gift shop as well, I believe. So
yeah, at the exit.
Yeah,
so gift shop.
Which is crazy to think that you don't have a gift shop already. Oh, do you have a gift shop?
No, there is.
Yeah,
there is.
Kind of. So yeah, there's two. There's one that's not really a gift shop per se, but it's a bunch of carts that are outside of the exit.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, where the gift shop is gonna be.
Right. Yeah.
And then the actual, it's not. I don't know if I forgot what it was before Haunted Mansion gift shop, but it's right next to Pieces of 8 when you come out of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Or Caribbean. There's you have the Pieces of 8 shop, then you have a little courtyard where you meet Jack and Sally, and then you have the other store which sells all the Haunted Mansion stuff there.
Yeah.
Don't call him Jack.
Don't call him Jack.
That's not Jack. That's an alien.
Yeah, that mask that he. Never mind. That's good. Another story.
That's a video for later on.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see they've trying to keep the guests entertained for.
Yeah, they want to see all these pictures.
So what exactly are they doing? Obviously, they're doing the queue. Are they doing anything with the ride itself, or is it just the exterior queue? Or
not that I heard about the ride.
Yeah.
No, they're making a wheelchair accessible entrance.
Oh right, okay.
A separate elevator and stuff.
Oh right, okay.
Because now there's actually two ways to get into the hallway.
Yeah.
So the right way, which is the right way.
The right way. There's a right way and the wrong way.
Yeah, the way that everybody goes, which is through the front entrance.
Yeah.
And then there's actually another entrance behind the queue was a door.
Right.
And when you enter that door, you go down some steps, and then you wind up by the hallway where the lightning and the windows are and stuff.
Right.
So I believe that they're changing that to make that the ADA compliant area for wheelchair accessible.
Okay.
So
cool.
So I'm looking forward to this concept.
Yeah, because I've heard they're putting interactive elements as well, kind of like what's at Disney World.
Disney World, yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be good.
I mean, they got a lot of room there too. So
yeah, because they were using, I believe, from what I know, they were using the courtyard that would for the extended queue anyway for what they're building through. So
yeah, and
it just makes sense, doesn't it, to use it? Just makes sense.
Yep.
So
there's a back section of the Haunted Mansion that nobody really notices or sees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the Fast Pass queue used to be, the ticket.
Yeah.
So, in that back corner, nobody goes back there. It's actually really neat back there because it had the wrought iron, gazebo and stuff back there.
Oh, wow.
And Yeah, it was really cool with the vines growing all over it and stuff. But,
oh wow!
Nobody really paid attention to it.
Yeah.
There. So and especially once the pass was taken out, then
that's it. Yeah.
So it's gonna look pretty cool.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a great addition for sure for the OG Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it's my favorite attraction. So.
Oh yeah, it has to be like it's honestly it's like one of the greats of the parks. I think it's always a fan favorite, always one of the first ones that I ride, and I have a very fond memory of the Haunted Mansion. It was like the first time I ever rode it. It was like our first night at Disney World when we got there. We literally landed. We went down Main Street. We did all of this, and we went over to Liberty Square. And I rode the Haunted Mansion, and I was like, yes, this ride is amazing. It's godlike. I instantly fell in love with this ride, and it was like the best thing. And as soon as I came out to put the icing on the cake, the Main Street Electrical Parade came through, and I was oh my god, this is just wonderful. And that was hands down like my favorite like Disney memory like ever. And I'm like, nothing could probably ever top that for seeing like one of the most like fan favorite like parades coming through, and to ride like one of the best rides in Disney World. It's just like it's just hands down.
Yeah, that's what's neat. That there's so many people that dislike the parks and stuff. And it's things like that make Disney a little bit special.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Yeah. But oh man, I can't. It's gonna be great. It was honestly hands down like my favorite. I was tired. I was so tired. It was like a 35. It was like a 30-hour day. I was like,
wow.
But it's so worth it. So worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on, we have got now. If you watched my last episode, you know my feelings on Fort Wilderness. I know Steve does.
Yeah. Hey, remember 100,000? What would I say? 10,000 subscribers. He's going in a tent.
Yeah, man. 10K subs, and I'll live in a tent for a week.
Yep. Zach is gonna go camping.
So Disney
subscribe so we can see Zach in a tent.
Yeah, man. Subscribe. Like, do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so DVC members can now book stays for the cabins at Fort Wilderness. Now, there's a lot of I don't want to say negativity, but there's a lot of like hoo-ha going around with these that they're not in theme with what Fort Wilderness is. They're not cabins. Yeah, they're not cabins anymore. They're more like bungalows. They're more like they're not fitting the theme of Fort Wilderness. And
so this reminds me of one of the things they stuck on our high school for us to learn in.
Yes, yeah. Yes. Yeah. The school's having an extension.
Yeah, there you go, extension. Yeah.
And they're still there.
Like.
They were still there to this day.
I understand they're probably trying to make it so, higher class people or whatever want to feel like at home or whatever.
Yeah.
They kept some of them more cabin-like.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I don't make them out of real logs.
Well, that's what the cabins were. They were made out of like real kind of like they were like a proper log cabin.
That's better.
Now I don't know if it's because
it looks like a shed.
Yeah, like a hobby shed. Now I don't know if it's because they've been built off site and they've been shipped in. I don't know if it's actually Disney that have made them or they've just hired someone to do it. But like, I don't know. It reminds me of kind of like a tiny home.
Yeah, no.
Like I'm not.
I'd rather stay off property. If this is what we're getting as being a vacation club member.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, that's yeah. It's not my favorite looking thing, to be fair.
It's just all the other hotels. It's just generic.
Yeah.
You
know what can remind me of? Do you guys have like static caravans, like caravan parks over there?
Like an RV park?
Kind of. It's kind of like an RV, but like you can't drive it. It's like literally like this. It's like a giant kind of like caravan. Yeah, kind of like a trailer, like a living trailer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call them static caravans here. We have them like we can have a caravan park. This is kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah, that looks like a Murphy bed right there.
Yeah, that looks like a Murphy bed. It looks like these bunk beds there. So 3 beds there, 4. So it can sleep up to 8 people, but it just looks very compact.
Yeah. It's all contemporary.
Yeah.
It's not worth the money.
Yeah, definitely not worth the money. Definitely not. It just doesn't look...
In reality, I think I'd rather sleep in a tent.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, same. I mean, if this is what you're getting as a DVC member, I'd much rather...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because have you seen the Polynesian DVC villas they're building as well?
Same thing.
Same thing. It's just generic, and it just looks like it ruins the sight lines, and it's just generic. It's just so.
We were just talking about in one of our other episodes. I don't remember which one, but we were talking about the hotel rooms and how generic everything is, and it's like I remember going into a hotel room and they're supposed to make it feel like you're part of the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know, what story is this? That's nothing.
This is not a story, and
no,
I can see that. Like, I'm staying at the All Star Music, which is a value resort, so it's kind of like not really a story to tell there, but it's gently themed to like, hey, music. But if you go to places like New Orleans, not New Orleans, you go to Port Orleans, Riverside, you have the Princess Suites there, which I believe are Tiana, Cinderella, and a couple of others. Like it makes you feel like, you know, you're in a princess kind of like esque room, which I can kind of see. But with this, I'm not feeling anything with it. It just reminds me of just a very generic kind of like model tiny house.
Pull out the lawnmower.
yeah, that's it. Like, get that live on lawn, that sit on lawnmower, and just like, it's just it doesn't. It's not doing anything for me. And it's kind of, I can see why there's a lot of like negativity towards them. To be fair, and it's kind of, I can see that it's not the greatest, but what can you do? Oh, it's a shame. Moving on to other kind of housing and things like that. I don't know if this was interesting to me, because I don't know if this is more related to the Story Living by Disney, but Walt Disney World dedicating land to support affordable housing in Florida. Now, they've tried this before. This is what they did with Celebration. They tried to do Celebration in Florida. They're trying it again with Story Living by Disney, which is like a community run by Disney up in Cali, and I believe there's one in North. Where? Sorry, Jason.
Raleigh, North Carolina.
I was going to say it is North. I thought it was North Carolina. But yeah, so. In an update shared on Disney in Florida, the company shared that Walt Disney World would dedicate nearly 80 acres of land for the housing community in collaboration with developer the Michaels organization. 1,400 units of mixed income housing to Central Florida, reserved as affordable. I mean, 80 acres, that doesn't sound like a lot. Is that a lot? I don't know acres very well.
I mean, it's decent size, but
decent
for houses. I mean, it's not much.
Yeah, I was going to say, because this only looks like a little kind of area here. Like, it doesn't look like a whole lot. Like, you could do much with it.
They're building something like this in Rancho Mirage, I believe, in California.
Yeah. So
another resort.
Yeah, the Story Living,
a community.
Yeah.
This one says they're not getting any kind of financial benefit from it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Is Disney running this thing, or is this just Lander giving away for this?
That's it. Yeah. See, I'm not 100% sure, but it was just interesting to see that they're doing it again. Like, why are they getting into the real estate? And I was watching Chris Provost's video about the stock markets, like who's trying to like get who's trying to like try and run the company, and one of them is a real estater.
Blackwell's, yeah.
Yeah, Blackwell's. So is this their shout back to saying, listen, we're already in the real estate game, we don't need your help with that? Or are they already in kind of like dealings with them? Like it's one of them. It's just, I don't know, man.
It's the same thing in with the Disney Forward over at Disneyland.
Yeah.
How they have this website out too that says, we're gonna make all these parks. We're gonna make affordable housing around Anaheim, California. We're gonna be all doing all this stuff.
Yeah,
it's similar to this, I guess.
Yeah, it's just. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Disney are just doing so much to just appeal to everyone. It's kind of just like sometimes I don't even think they know what they're doing. It's like Bob's just signing off and everything. He's like, yes, let's just do everything.
There's too many. What do they call that? Hands in the pot or whatever.
Yeah. Too many hands in the pot. Too many hands on the something like that. But there is too many hands, and it's kind of like, what exactly are they going to get from this? Like, they're not going to like it says they're not going to benefit financially from this development. So like, again, like Jason was saying, are they just handing out this land, or like what are they doing? An affordable living.
It's probably land they would never develop on anyway. So
But then do they own this land? But then do they own this land? Is this on Disney World's property, or is it just off? Because obviously they still have that much land that is basically still swampland.
They owned, yeah.
Because
I'm just assuming it's stuff they owned and they use it as a write-off or something.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a big tax credit.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably what they're doing. But like, there's got to be easier ways. I don't know, man. I don't know.
For them to give up 80 acres, that's just one small theme park for them.
That's it. Yeah, that'd be like what the size of.
It's the size of Disneyland, pretty much.
I was going to say it'd be like DC or Disneyland, would it not?
Disneyland, I think, was like 79 acres, if I'm not making.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But they already have so much more land out there anyway.
Oh yeah, 100%. There's so much land that's not even used.
That they need to start building in Disney World.
They
so
do.
The train can look at something. The people on the train.
Absolutely.
Just trees and bushes.
That the train is dismal. It is.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I was actually excited. That was one of our ride-through videos we did. And I was actually excited.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we're gonna, and then we were looking. What is this?
Nothing, Steve. Nothing.
Yeah.
Man.
It's funny.
But speaking of rides that we're all excited for, this one right here, Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Disney announces opening window for Tiana's Bayou Adventure and reveals the new Tiana animatronic. Now look at this. This is gorgeous. This is like levels of Beauty and the Beast, kind of like animatronics over at Tokyo Disneyland. This is what we can expect to see in the future. I think
the thing I hope for is I want to see the actual princess in her dress and stuff. I don't want to see this.
Yeah. You're not going to see it
20 years later.
Yeah. So this is a continuation from the ride itself. Is a continuation of the movie. So it's following on from the movie. So at the end of the movie, Naveen she opens up a restaurant and you get to see her doing it. This is her like running the restaurant and going on an expedition for like ingredients or something, like from what I can piece together.
That sounds pretty funny.
Yeah.
Going on an expedition for ingredients.
Yeah. I mean, Other characters from Prince of Thrones, successful restaurant to asking guests to help us search for a special new ingredient to celebrate Mardi Gras. After a leisurely boat ride featuring characters both old and new, the trip will inevitably end with a 50-foot plunge into the murky swamp below. So, I mean, it looks beautiful. It really does. I don't know how many animatronics are going to be in it. I hope there's I hope there's a handful. I hope there's a good few. I really do. I hope this is not.
That's exactly what we're getting. Is a good few. That's about it.
No,
See,
which is a shame, man.
Dressed like that and stuff.
Yeah, like.
You know?
And obviously,
she's a princess.
So,
and where's the frog?
Where's the frog? Naveen is the frog. But you can see this Tiana in, I believe, 1900 Park Fair when that reopens in April in Grand Floridian. But I'm just gonna play this video here. Like this. This is the TikTok that Disney released. Oh no, it's very loud.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
Like this is. Look at how fluid that is.
You are looking good.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
This is the very first time that our guests who experience Tiana's Bayou Adventure will be able to meet her. So we can't wait for you to come and experience this attraction. See you in the Bayou, summer of 2024. Bye.
Yeah, but still, like, we had like what, like 50.
There was like
before.
There's a ton. Yeah, they're all from America Sings.
Yeah,
we just like put them out, and now we have like a couple good ones.
Yeah, and that I think that's one of the underlying issues that people are kind of like wondering about with Tiana's. Like, is it going to be? Yeah. Is it gonna just be like screens? Is it gonna be? Because I don't think it's gonna be prop pieces like how Splash was and how they were with back in the day with like actual physical sets. If they are going to do screens, I honestly hope they're done well. I hope they're done to a degree where they're not visible in that way. Where we're not sat there watching a screen where it's adding to the experience with like prop pieces
Pirates
around
in Shanghai.
Of course, yeah, like Pirates in Shanghai, because that is next level kind of like screenplay. And if they take a note out of that book, like if the Imagineers take a note out of that book, then 100% like that needs to be done. Like it needs to be done like that. I don't think there's no other way that it can be done.
Because they need to, if they want this to be successful. Mm-hmm. They need to make it as good or better than Splash Mountain.
Yes, 100%, 100%. They really do.
There's a lot of pressure on them to do this.
Oh yeah.
You know,
that's it. And I think like if they're ahead of schedule, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also skeptical. Like, is it going to be as good as they promise? Is it going to be as good as we expect it to be for living into such a fantastic ride as Splash was? Is it going to live up to that expectation? Because it's not a new ride. It is a retheming of a existing ride. Is it going to live up?
The track and everything stays the same.
That's it. Yeah,
all that stays the same. It's
exactly. Just the inside, the exterior. They've changed the music. Yeah. It like. Obviously, I hope they do it well. I really do.
Me too. I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping for it.
I mean, if you believe some of the things that people have said about it, so far people aren't.
Then we're scary.
Yeah.
So who knows? I can tell you, I don't like the painting they put on the outside of the building. The little.
Oh, the murals.
Murals, yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
They painted one of the. I don't know what it is, but one of the buildings was painted yellow, and they had like this mural on it. It looks like a kid drew it or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was a New Orleans artist, I believe, that did it. But yeah, it's I don't know. I don't think it's got anything to do with the ride itself. I think it's just New Orleans themed. Like
and that's why they have the music playing out there. And
yeah,
whatever. But I just don't think it fits in. I mean,
your
water tower is not painted yellow. Why would you paint your building?
Yellow? Yeah. That's it. And this is where this whole kind of like concept of is Frontierland changing for into a New Orleans themed area over at Disney World specifically.
Disney World.
Yeah, over because obviously you guys have New Orleans Square. Your splash is close to New Orleans, is it not?
Yeah, it's right next to Haunted Mansion.
Yeah. So it fits in well there.
It's in between Winnie the Pooh and Haunted Mansion.
What a place for it to be. But yeah, like this is where this big debate's comes from, and obviously there's a lot of people talking, myself included. I throw my 2 cents in, but like beyond Big Thunder, like is that where the new Frontierland is going to go? Are they going to push it back? Is it going to be something new? Is it just going to be something different? Is that where?
Yeah.
Is that where that's continuing and? Where Tiana's is that going to be a New Orleans inspired area, kind of like a New Orleans Square?
Right.
Like, is it going to be sort of a copy of Disneyland to Disney World? Like,
they need to fix it over there. All that land.
Yeah.
Make a whole new Frontierland.
There's not enough space right there to make a New Orleans. If you do a couple restaurants, you can call it like a mini thing. But
Really little New Orleans.
Yeah. But what's right next to it is the what do you call it? The American Square or whatever. What is it?
Can you
Liberty
map,
Square.
Zach?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's have a look.
I'm not familiar with the surroundings around there. You asked me Disney, and I could tell you right away.
Yeah.
Disney World, I'm not too familiar with.
No, that's absolutely fine. Let me bring up a little map.
I was wondering what was that ran behind me. My dog. She's seeing Uncle Jason in the
meow.
Yeah. Zach.
I know. Honestly, it's that cat, man. Good lord. She's quiet now. I don't know how long for, but
yeah.
Alrighty, let's see here. Here we go. All right, so here's our little map of Disney World.
Yeah.
Can I get rid of that, please? All right, so we want to go over this way. Liberty Square is kind of like what it is kind of where New Orleans Square is. It's like where that should. It's kind of like our version of New Orleans. You got Adventureland, Frontierland. It's right at the back here. But like beyond it,
where's Splash?
So Splash is where is Splash?
The yellow one right there.
It could be.
There
you go.
Splash?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So Splash is there. Big Thunder is like here. So that's Big Thunder. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit. And then obviously there's nothing else there. Like you've got all this space like here. Like, and obviously that's the berm there, so you can see out of here. But like, if they push that back, I don't know. I don't know what the plan could be. So, but it just makes sense to try and do something with the land, especially if they're going to all this trouble to expand or to at least explain why there's just a giant mountain in New Orleans, because there's no mountains over the east coast. Like it's just literally flat land.
Yeah, Louisiana's flat.
Yeah, Louisiana's flat, so there's like no mountains there. And their story is it's a salt mine, which again I don't know if that makes sense because it's a freaking mountain, but like.
Underground, so
yeah. So
dig for that.
yeah. So I don't know, man. Oh look, there's your favourite ride, Steve.
Honestly, if they were to do something behind Thunder,
do
not move the railroad. Make it go under it, and then you can have something to look at.
That section right there where you pointed to, that's the only spot that's great on the railroad.
Big Thunder. Oh yeah, because you go right by Big Thunder.
The train goes right by. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah,
that's the best spot.
Yeah, and the train station you can see into the construction of like the entrance of Tiana's. So like it's a pretty cool vantage point there. But like other than that, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with this land. I don't know. There's no. I hope
they kind of messed up over there.
Yeah.
Well, see, if you go right,
it's different.
Right south of where your hand is on there. If you made that section,
what is
New
that?
Orleans Square.
That's Adventureland.
I know, but if you made that little like the pathway.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Some of those restaurants. Then it ties into Frontierland.
Yeah.
Or sorry, it ties in Tiana.
Yeah.
To Adventureland with a little New Orleans flavor in between them.
Yeah.
Like ours leads to Pirates, theirs would lead to Pirates too.
Yeah. That it makes sense, yeah, because our Pirates is where. No, that's Country Bear. That's currently down as well. Pirates is there, so Pirates is like right at the back.
Yeah.
So like, yeah.
That's so strange to me the way everything's set up over there.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. But just think, you've got more rides. Like our Fantasyland.
Yeah.
There's like 2 parts of Fantasyland because you've got.
Yeah,
the original you got the original Fantasyland, and then you've got New Fantasyland. So last time
Dumbo rides.
Yeah, so last time I was there, like they were actually like constructing the New Fantasyland, and it opened just after I came back. So it was like you've got the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train that was new there. So everything beyond here has all been moved back. Like you've got under this Little Mermaid, you've got. The 2 Dumbo rides.
It's like over here, there's a lot of dead ends.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
At Disneyland, the pathways all connect somehow.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the issues that they face. There's like, it is a lot of dead ends because you're going back on yourself. Like, if you go to Tron here, like, there's only one way, I believe there's only one way in and out of Tron. Like, you can't go this way to Fantasyland. You've got to go back round to Tomorrowland and then go out of Tomorrowland. And it's just a hassle to navigate. But, I don't know. In order to rethink in the past, they'd have to close it. And they wouldn't do that because, like, because it's so big and it's, like, it's very touristy compared to Disneyland. I don't think they could afford to do it, so it's kind of just like, they can't do it. So it's just like, just gotta live with it, I guess.
But then I remember when they were building it, they had to bring in all sorts of dirt and everything because, like, the water table there is only like 2 feet deep.
Yeah, and Disneyland, Disney World, Magic Kingdom itself is like 6 feet off the ground because of that fact, because of the water. And underneath is obviously all the utilidors and everything like that connects everything to everything. Right. So it kind of just. It's one of those where it's just like, I don't know, because it's all built on swampland. It's a lot harder to build.
Look at that giant area in the back.
Oh yeah, here,
there where the train goes back there, but
yeah,
it's like you must have called that like Alligator Town or something.
Alligatorville.
Yeah.
Because the only thing really up here is our mansion.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion. That's it.
Like,
what's that? What's the thing to the right of it?
That is Small World. Yeah, so
it looks weird.
Yeah, so Fantasyland kind of leans into Liberty Square, so it kind of like this is like the last thing in Fantasyland, and then it's Liberty Square comes round. You've got the Mark Twain or the Liberty Bell. And the Mark Twain. Hall of Presidents, you've got your Tom Sawyer, and then you've got...
Yeah.
It's all kind of... I don't know, it's just higgledy-piggledy, but once you're here, I don't know. It kind of makes sense when you're here, because you kind of know where to navigate to, but obviously Disneyland's a lot more fluid.
For me, looking at the map like that, because I remember how Critter Country and New Orleans Square and stuff, it used to be only one way.
Yeah.
You know, you go up and you have to turn around and come back the same way you came.
Yeah.
Until Galaxy's Edge was built. And now it makes a full circle.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes sense, to be fair, which makes sense. Here, like, if you want to go to any particular way, you've got to literally go back on yourself. Unless you want to get to Frontierland or Adventureland, you can go through kind of Liberty Square. But then again, you're still going back on yourself in order to get to the middle of the park, like the hub. So
that area there with the tree, by the big tree.
Oh, here, yeah.
And further down.
Oh, here.
Yeah, there.
Yeah,
so is that a pathway that's right there? So you can
walk on
either side of those shops.
Yeah. So this is your pathway to get to from the hub to Adventureland. It's like one way.
Yeah.
So
and you can loop around.
Yeah, you can loop around. Yeah. I suppose that makes sense for traffic and stuff, but yeah. Just looking at an aerial view of it, it's very bizarre how it looks, but
yeah.
When you're there, it's like
I'm not used to that. I'm not used to this.
No, it's absolutely fine. Like looking at it, it's fascinating to look at it because when you're there in person, it's like you don't really think about it; it just kind of makes sense. But like looking at it in like an area view, it's like this makes no sense at all.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, growing up down there and going to Disneyland all the time and stuff. Everything's a second nature.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's
it. Seeing someone looking at a map is like, what are you looking at a map for?
Yeah. You don't know where everything is. What are you doing?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to go. In all fairness, I really am. I cannot wait. Oh.
Hang on, I gotta get my dog.
Oh, the animals are going crazy tonight.
Yeah. Surprisingly, mine's quiet.
Yeah, she did the damage before when she clawed you. Like,
clawed my leg, and that was it.
She's like, "Dad, I've had enough of you. I'm going."
I have one piece of Disneyland news.
Yeah, for real, man. Yeah, sure. I'll stop sharing my screen. You can
just talking about the online queue for buying tickets.
Oh, cool. Yeah, fair. Absolutely. Yeah.
I think we're talking about some kind of Galaxy Edge After Dark thing.
Oh, cool.
But, the way you buy tickets, and this was for the Magic Keys as well. Like you would be waiting in line, and you wait hours, like 10 hours sometimes. And
oh my god!
Might not even get your ticket or whatever.
Like a virtual queue.
Well, they just introduced a new thing where you can log in, and now you can be clicked to notify by email.
Oh, cool!
Just waiting in line.
Oh, that makes
a
when it's your
turn now.
So, that's easier.
A million complaints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still don't even have to do this. Like, there's no need for this. You could just go and buy tickets if they just opened it up. Like, there's no.
Yeah.
It doesn't take 5 hours to get a ticket online. Like, I don't.
No.
It was funny how, like, when my relatives came over from Holland, and they were like, they can easily just go to Walt Disney World and stuff, and come on. Then they come over here, they come down to Disneyland, and wondering why do we have to make reservations?
Yeah,
because Universal doesn't do that.
No,
Knott's Berry Farm doesn't do it. None of the amusement parks down in Southern California. Only Disneyland.
Yeah.
And for them, it was more like a turnoff. Because they're like, why am I making reservation? I need to go this day,
Yeah.
Because they're trying to see as much as they can on certain days, and everything is planned for them already.
Yeah, which makes sense.
So, yeah. So when you want to go to Disneyland on this day, you can't because you need a reservation.
And it still baffles me
that out or whatever.
It still baffles me that they're using a reservation. Like they've literally, I think it was like the middle of January. They only just got rid of reservations at Disney World, but only for people who are going on holiday. Like, so for me, I wouldn't need one because I've already bought my tickets and stuff. But for annual pass holders, they have to make a reservation. But they have things called good to go days where it's like you don't have to make a reservation. But the parks are just mega full because pass holders don't have to make a reservation. Like we're gonna snap that up. I don't understand why they're still using reservations. I really don't. I just don't understand it. And it's such a bizarre system in Disneyland as well, because it still baffles me that they're ran so differently, and they're both in America. Like
both parks. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I just don't understand why they're just ran so differently. Like it's.
And I don't think they understand. Well, they probably do understand, but they don't care. This is what I think. That they're trying to run Disneyland like Disney World.
Yeah, and it's not going to work.
Disneyland because Disneyland is more of a locals park.
Yeah, of course.
Not a tourist,
Yeah, of course.
But like right now, you're not catering to anyone because your locals can't get in because they're the ones who are trying to, more likely buy the Magic Keys.
Yeah.
And you even give them a special version of your Magic Key, but you're not letting them buy it.
Yeah.
And then
but the parks are still full, but that's because
they're not full. They're not full like they used to be.
No, not yeah. But it's the ones that already have a Magic Key that, the lucky ones that were able to renew their Magic Key.
I'm
never
sorry,
got rid
I
of
didn't
it.
have money at the time. I had the 2 weeks or whatever I had to renew my Magic Key.
Yeah.
And now I've missed out in like 2 years because I couldn't get another one.
Yeah. It's just so...
Seems like a wrong kind of...
I think they just need to redo the whole system.
They want you to go there and buy the ticket. They don't want you to have an annual pass.
Guess what? Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make financial sense for me to do that.
Yeah.
What makes sense is if I can buy a pass and go a couple times a year with that pass.
Yeah.
Zach!
Oh, no.
She's like, oh, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yep, she's gone.
Yeah, okay. My God.
Well, yeah, it doesn't make sense for them to have that kind of like system in place because you're just alienating everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And you're just going to turn people away who are not like this. I think this is one of the to get like I'd love to go to the OG park, and to get there it's difficult to get there. Obviously, I know it's a locals park. I know Disney World is more accessible to people like around the world and stuff like that. So like getting to Disneyland is it's going to be difficult for me, but if it's difficult for the locals and people who are within, a reasonable travel distance, like you two, who are on the West Coast, who are a couple of states out, like what hope do I have getting over there?
3 hours away.
Yeah.
Now I'm 2 days away. So
yeah, but
I'm
like
still about 6 hours.
Yeah. But like, if you guys can't get there, what hope do I have of like getting there anytime soon? With like, especially if you guys can't access an annual pass, if you guys can't, get to the parks when you can, and like, I think they just need to shut the whole system down and just redo it and just make it accessible for just everyone. Just make it easier.
They need to do it pre-COVID.
Yeah, they do.
There was only one pass back then.
Yeah.
That you needed a reservation, and it was the Flex Pass.
Yeah.
And that was perfectly fine because the Flex Pass is what I had.
Yeah.
And I can actually make a reservation. So after work, I'm like, I'm just gonna go there right now. So
yeah.
Just say I'm reserving here for right now.
Yeah.
And I just go.
Yeah.
And it wasn't difficult. It wasn't like I'm fighting anybody or or like nowadays it's so weird. Their reservation thing is like. So I went there in October.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go on a Saturday,
and
I saw it was blacked out or blocked out. So I chose Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
And then that night I looked again, and now Saturday was open.
Oh,
it's like
it just makes no sense.
Why?
Like,
yeah.
Well,
because no one's coming into the parks. I guess we'll open them more.
Yeah, I guess we've got more space than we thought. Like, and that's just one of the things. Like, it's just very confusing. Like why it's like that 4 years on. Like,
right.
It's just it you know, it just baffles me. Like, why is it like that still? Just get rid of it. Redo everything pre-COVID. Get rid of virtual queues. This is one of my fears with Tiana's. Yeah. This is one of my. It's going to be a virtual queue. If it's a virtual queue, it's just going to ruin the whole kind of experience.
Yep.
Yeah, because that's one thing. That's it. With,
like what do you call it? Rise of the Resistance. We could not get on.
Yeah.
That virtual queue. And I've said this many times as well. Is you got to let people who haven't been on have a chance to get on first.
Oh yeah, 100%.
People who have been there many times and have gotten on there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fair, you know.
Yeah, and it's like one of those things where you were saying, like, it's gonna turn away the tourists because, like, unless you're in the know, like, unless you're willing to get up at like 7 o'clock in the morning, first if I want to do a Magic Kingdom day when I go, I've got to be up at 7. I'm not like. Obviously, it's like, it depends on like if I'm going to be up at 7 because I might want to go out. You know, I might want to go down to Disney Springs. I might want to go down to the boardwalk. I'm not going to get in till like 2, maybe like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning after a park day. I'm going to want a bit of sleep. I'm not going to be up at 7 o'clock. So that's I'm going to miss my chance to get on Tron with a virtual queue if I want to do
things where we ran out of. Not single rider, but reservation for the ride.
Oh, lightning lanes,
virtual queues, whatever. Like, we don't have any more, and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Why are you giving them all out?
Yeah.
Space it out through the day so people have a chance to go.
Exactly.
So like with my brother and I, I was with I met Chris and his family, LMG Vids and his family were there, and I met up with them, and my brother and I we haven't been on Rise.
Yeah.
So Chris is like, oh, I can get you guys on, your tickets all set up. So, at 12 o'clock, you can join the virtual queue.
Yeah.
So we went and, he was trying to do it. And then he looks and he saw that my ticket and my brother's ticket were not linked together. So then, forget it.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Yeah.
And it's all stupid things like that.
Yeah.
So
it just,
if they're going to do it that way, it should just be, okay, I want 3 spaces. Here you go.
Yeah.
People can show their own ticket, What does it matter?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I'm just glad that they don't have that anymore for Rise.
Oh yeah.
They still have this in play, and
it's going to happen for Tiana.
Yeah,
and it'll probably happen for the Haunted Mansion when it reopens again and stuff.
Yeah. It's just. I think it's ruining a park experience, and that's the biggest thing. It's not
ruining
fair.
The magic.
Yeah, it's just corporate greed, and it's just.
Yeah, because now you have Lightning Lane, and then on top of that, some of them are Genie Plus.
Yeah.
So that line to City Hall is going to be super long if everybody complains.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Make that Lightning Lane too.
Yeah.
But that used to be free, so now we're paying to get into parks, and they might as well just bring back freaking ticket books and
just call it a day.
Yeah, for everything, no matter what.
Yeah. That's it. It's not fair how it's doing. And I hope when a new CEO comes in place, I feel like Genie Plus is not going anywhere. I feel it's a shame to say it, but it's not, because it's making the money. Like, realistic.
Okay if they kept that, but you got to do one or the other. You can't have Lightning Lane and then be like, oh, but this ride is actually just $20 on its own.
Yeah.
No,
like,
it's just Lightning Lane. There's no extra thing.
That's it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, the system they had before, like Fast Pass, was just so. To me, it was well done, because it was like you're paying to go into the parks, and obviously you have a time frame to get on a specific ride. Like, you have that hour time frame. That makes sense. But like this, the virtual queues, like if you miss it, it's gone. Like, and especially like Steve, if your family are coming out of the way, like from out of the country, they don't get to go often. They're expecting to ride a certain ride.
Yeah.
Like they were expecting to ride Rise. You know what I mean? Like, and
that
opportunity went. And how long is it going to be now until they come over again? You know what I mean? Like, Like, well,
and it's even for my friends that actually live there, but they can't afford because they have, my friend, his wife, and the 2 kids, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard for them to afford 4 tickets to go. So, and then what they want to do, they want to hit every single. They want to get as much.
Oh yeah, they want to get as much as possible. Yeah.
Out of it, right?
Yeah.
But you're putting another. I guess you could call it kind of like a restriction because it's money.
Yeah, it's paid. Literally paid DLC in real life.
Yeah, and and it's hard for them to, because it was for one of the little ones' birthday, and I came there, and they're I've been there many times.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I'm okay with not going on any rides. I'm fine. Walking.
Yeah, you've experienced it. Yeah. You know what the rides are.
For them and the kids, they want to make sure they get on all the rides that the kids want to go on.
Yeah.
But making it more difficult with that lightning lane, paying an extra $20 here and there or whatever. That's not going to happen for them. They're going to be waiting in line.
Yeah.
And now, with it, it's just. With the lightning lane, it makes it even longer.
Yeah.
For them. So instead of a 20-minute wait, now you add lightning lane, and now it's going to be a 40-minute wait.
Yeah.
Because they're letting all the people from lightning lane in.
Exactly.
But they can't afford lightning lane because they already paid all this money just to
get in the park. Yeah.
No fast pass. No. Just wait in line.
Yeah.
Like the old days back in the 80s.
Oh yeah, like 100%. Yeah. Like
I knew right. Oh my God, there's a longer line. Who cares?
You should have been there when I was there, like one of the first days Star Tours opened in the 80s. Was it in the 80s? Yeah, I think it was in the 80s. And man, I remember standing in that line. It was long.
Yeah, but
and
that's all part of the experience.
Yeah, exactly. It was.
And
it went like right. So the people mover track was almost right above you.
Yeah.
And that's how long, and it went all the way down to close to the store down there.
Yeah.
Because there was no interior queue back then.
Yeah.
Everything was outside.
Yeah.
And it was like up and down, up and down, up and down.
Well, that's one of the things as well. Like the queue, it's part of the ride. Like if you go to like one queue that I'm very much looking forward to experiencing is Flight of Passage. Like that queue. It is an extension of the ride. It's an extension of the world. It's an extension of the story of Pandora. Like, it's that universe building of like you're walking through the labs that that were in the movies. It's in the land and things like that.
Yeah,
you're not going to get that through like buying your way through. You miss all of that if you do like single rider or you do like lightning lane. You're missing all of that, and for me, I'd much rather wait in a 2-3 hour line for an attraction that I really want to do. I'm
feel the experience.
Yeah, of course. I want to experience as much as possible because, like you say, I'm going for that experience. I'm not going to pay my way through. I want to experience the magic. I want to experience what the Imagineers put in place. Like, Pandora and Animal Kingdom is Joe Rohde's like baby. Like I want to experience all of that. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's there for. That's what it was made for. It wasn't made to be skipped.
I heard at night it's really cool at night.
So I mean, it's meant to be amazing at night. But it's one of those things that I want to experience. That I don't want to skip it all. I want to experience what the Imagineers made for us to experience, and I feel like the Disney company itself, like the higher ups, the CEOs, the CFOs, they're not understanding that. They're not understanding. They're just looking at it as like, oh, they're going to pay it because they want to get on the ride as quick as. And so
they're looking at data.
Yeah, they're looking at data. They're looking at
the actual people.
Yeah, they're looking at appealing to those stocks and to those stock markets and those stock brokers, and it's like, they don't matter. Like they in a sense, yeah, they do because
numbers.
Yeah, they're looking at numbers and looking at the people who attend the parks as numbers.
They're looking at wrong numbers because you'd have more people attending the parks. There was no reservation.
Exactly. But it's just crazy, man. How bizarre the whole system is, and it's just. I honestly hope that like they just fix it. I hope they just fix it.
I do. Like Jason and I always say, we don't want Disney to fail.
No, definitely not.
We want them to succeed because But the things that they're doing, is
it's more we're frustrated that.
Exactly. Yeah, like
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, like we all love Disney here, but we also hate it at the same time because like they're just not listening.
It's frustrating.
It's just frustrating.
Interview Bob Iger and be like, why do you still have a reservation system?
Yeah.
You don't see that happen.
Listen, Bob, if you're listening, get on this podcast. I've got a few questions, my dudes.
Yeah.
Come on down.
Bob is in hiding right now or something.
Yeah. Come on, Bob. You guys have got some leverage here. You can probably talk to Bob Gurr, get Bob Iger on.
And I know people.
Yeah, Jason knows the people, man.
Jason knows the people.
People in high places.
That know Jason.
Yeah.
I know Jason that knows the people that knows the people.
Well, we know the big cheese, but I don't think that's going to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Mickey Mouse on here. He'll sort Bob out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let's have a look here. Oh, almost 2 hours. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should call this an episode then, lads. Again, thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been
thank
super
you
fun.
for having us.
No,
it's been fun.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
This has been marked in my calendar for a long time. So
I know.
I have to make sure that I'm not doing anything.
I know. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's always a good time when I get to hang out with you guys and things like that. So,
we always have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you all as well who are listening, who have joined. Just to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Disney Magic Zack channel for the podcast, for the videos, for the banter, for Zack, for me, for Disney, for
Zach.
For me, the one and only, right here.
For the cat. You subscribe for his cat.
Yes. Yeah. If I get 200 subscribers, the cat will shut up.
And 10,000, he sleeps in that tent.
And 10,000, I will book a trip to Fort Wilderness. I will sleep in a tent, 100%. Maybe a week.
If you haven't seen that video yet, go back and check out the one where he talks about the hotels.
Yeah, I'll link it down below for y'all so you can go and check it out.
Yeah.
But super fun, guys. Super fun. We covered a lot.
Come subscribe to us as well.
Yes, go and check out Signs of Amusement. Yeah, go and check out Signs of Amusement. Yeah, you might as well. I'll leave your links down below. Steve's got his own channel. I don't know what he does on that channel. I don't think.
What do I do on my channel?
Yeah, what do you do on your channel, Steve?
I have POV ride-throughs. I do exploring the area up here. But the ones I like the most that I do is the ones that Jason was Where Are We?
Mm.
So the Where Are We ones are the ones where I take, for instance, Pirates in Disneyland, and I show you the outside of the top view of the building, and in the inside of where we are.
Yeah.
And when you make a drop and you turn, what you look around, you're inside of a cave.
Yeah.
At Pirates in Disneyland. But what really is above you is like the Blue Bayou restaurant.
Yeah.
The streets are above you. And then you take the second drop, and then you go through the cavern and the train. You have to go under the train to get into the show building and stuff. So it's just a really neat little thing where, kind of, cool. What's around you and stuff. So
yeah,
it's a lot of fun. Apparently, another YouTuber liked it too, so he did his own version of mine. So.
Well, I mean, we stole it too because that's what started our read through commentary.
Yeah. But yeah, super fun. Go and check them both out. Go and subscribe to them. Two fantastic guys. I cannot recommend their content enough. Honestly, two of my favourite people that I've met. Their content's insane. And yeah. I'm more or less on their chat on Signs of Amusement.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much the fourth member now, so
yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, I'll let you go, guys. Go. I'll let everyone else go. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
Yep.
Peace.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.
All right. So, right, okay, this is really confusing me. Why is this going to move? Because any of you guys on this have like a pop-up that just is too big? No. Am I the only one? Maybe it's because I'm hosting it, I guess. I don't know. I've made it smaller, but anyhow. So we're using a different kind of thing. We're not using Discord this time around. Obviously, I wanted to try something new, make it a little bit more fancy. But it's working for the most part. But yeah. So this week's episode, or this episode, is I want to dive into a little bit of the Disney news. I want to dive into some of the things that have been announced. So come here. Right.
I want to be on the show too.
I know. He's like, let me in. All you hear is this.
Oh, I just noticed all his Funko Pops up there. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's funny. He has the same sign I made, the Disney castle with the mileage. Zach has a speaker somewhere. It's pre-recorded meows.
She's like,
you need to move. You need to move your nightmare hat over just a little bit. Replace it where the T-Rex is, so it looks like it's on top of your head.
It's a little small. Oh,
holy cow!
He's mad.
Yeah.
I want to be on camera.
Yeah.
My neighbor's cat does that. He's like, right meow.
Right meow. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's of course right when he starts recording.
I know. This is like our dog, right?
Yeah. The whole time, the half hour or whatever beforehand, nothing.
Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
That was like, I need to eat now.
Yeah.
I hope this part gets cut out. Still here. That cat is not happy.
What are the posters he has behind him? One looks like the Mickey Mouse, Club band or something like that. The one in the wooden frame.
Yeah.
Like the drum.
It's so hard to make out.
Yeah. And what's the one next to it? What do you think that is? Looks very like tiki-ish or something.
Good lord.
Oh.
Bloody cat, honestly. My gosh. Good lord.
Is it? He's at the neighbor's house now, right?
Oh, yeah. We just shipped her out. No.
Yeah.
Listen. Trying to record, just... Oh, man. I don't know.
It's too funny.
Oh, man. Right, okay. Where was I? Alright, yeah. Okay, so this episode is all going to be about the Disney sequels. I think it's Steve, my God. And cut that out. That'll be in the bloopers. Oh my gosh. Oh, good lord.
Do you want to start over or?
Nah. I'll piece it. I'll piece it together. It's fine. It's all right. Maybe.